Hi guys, this is a quick tutorial just to show you how I've put together these three images here. These three, and I can see I've got one more here, are going to be the interior shots for this page. When I lay out the pages, I have done this page here. The thing I'm trying to do with these pages is kind of look at the number of images I've got and to try and apply a little bit of logic and some design principles to make sure they're nice and big and laid on the page, kind of taking up the space. So here I've got 2 and then 2 and then 2. So it just so happens that those 2 at the top are good, and then these 2 in the middle, and then these 2 here. That's what works for those ones. But this page I'm doing currently is another concept, and I just had a lot more kind of human eye level views. So I had 4 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to size them down soon, and 3 fit there quite nicely now, but this 4th one isn't going to fit there. So kind of depending on the number of images you've got, you want to try and apply rules just like balance and a little bit of alignment. And you can use in Photoshop, which I'm doing these in, if you move these around, see the purple indicators, they help you kind of pick up the spacing to get things even. So that's what I'm doing. Now, I just want to show you here, I've actually got in each of these, this is why I'm using Photoshop, I've kind of got these 2 images. So I will post another video of how I do this in SketchUp. But basically the gist of it is that one of the images has shadows on, materials on, but no black lines. This one here has no shadows, no materials, and black lines only. So when these come in, they are kind of white. So the first thing I would do is just apply to these line pictures only over here on the right hand side the multiply effect. The multiply effect just basically gets rid of anything that's white and leaves only the black lines. So that's what I've done for that, and now you can see it's kind of see-through. I do this technique. It's quite illustrative. I do it because without it, you just kind of get this hard edge. And so this line kind of just softens the edge a little bit and gives it a little bit of a kind of a flair and a little bit of artistic kind of technique, which I think looks quite cool. So what I've done is they are of both the same view in SketchUp. I won't cover that exactly, as I said, right now. Where am I in SketchUp? I'm here. So for example, it is this view with lines, and then I turn the shadows back on. It's currently in this line view. I'm only using hidden line and this one, shaded with textures, but it's white background. So then I flick those 2 back on. My computer's taking a while to load, and I go up here, save, prompts you to do that quite a lot, turn edges off, click done, and that there is the rendered view. So it's really just these 2 boxes under styles, the edit tool to turn lines on and off, and then scrolling down until you find, turn the axes off in case you see those, shadows on and off. So it's really just a few options there, and then still exporting them or downloading them, as a PNG. So then after you've dragged them into Photoshop, I literally do just drag them. I select them and drag them in. It's the fastest way. We need to just crop the colored one down a little bit. So the colored one was originally a bit bigger. So how you do that in Photoshop is get the rectangular marquee tool, just crop it slightly inward, and you can see the layers menu here. You can see this is that image. If you're not sure, you could flick the eye on and off. It definitely is that one. You just click on the images, a reminder, with this move tool. So with that done, I'm just going to go Control or Command on a Mac, Control X, which is cutting, Control V, which is pasting, and then delete. Click and delete that original. So in effect, we now just have a slightly cropped, a slightly smaller image, and we can just overlay that, use the arrow keys to bump it into place. And the last thing is it's got that ugly SketchUp logo there. I'm going to use the lasso tool. There's a few different types. It's just a basic polygon straight line one. And I'm just going to click a few times around that. So that selects it so that you can get the eraser down here or E on your keyboard and just kind of, now it says I can't erase it. It's because I'm not on that line only layer. So I just need to come back here and actually pick it and then go back to my eraser and it should activate. There we go. And then it is Control D to get rid of those flicking lines. And that's basically it. So that's what I've kind of done. You do have to kind of select them both together to move them together because see in the layers, they're still two separate pictures. I could actually right click on those and merge layers. That kind of means that now they're just one. Once you've confirmed, that's helpful actually to compose and move things around. So that's kind of really it. So I might just do a couple of, a bit of merging there. Ooh. Right click or Mac, it's just two fingers, I think, merge layers. So now I kind of see that I just want to like figure out where there's a best going to go. I think I might just put that there, click and drag all of it. Control T is transform. That's what I do when I bring them in initially as well. Control drag over all of them and then go Control T and hold Shift while you scale. Some of you may not need to do that. I know I do. And then there, press Enter. There, they're now kind of all in a row. And so far for this page, it's looking quite good like that. So now I just need to go through sorting all of these out. I just copied and pasted from the first page I did. Once you've got some kind of resources like the people, you can kind of just keep reusing them. And just with the layers, remember you need to kind of move him up the stack until he is right on top of that house, or move the house down underneath him. There he is. He's now in the house. And another kind of cool sort of style is things are pixely in this. Can't figure out why. Another cool thing is just sizing him down and having him slightly kind of like not in the space, having him down sort of slightly on the white, just to kind of create that sense of kind of like dimension of space. I don't actually know why they're fuzzy. That's really, really weird. Anyway, I'm probably not going to worry about that right now. And yeah, just kind of compose your views. This is kind of showing that this is a view from the lounge out over the ocean. So that bit of ocean there fits perfectly fine. And then I'll figure out how to use the other ones. Oh, this one here as well. It's quite nice. And I might actually Control T. T is transform. So in this concept here, it's actually the idea that this is where the boat would come and you step up onto the wooden deck area across the front of the house where the seating is. So yeah, just little bits of the blue ocean and plonking it somewhere to give it context, and just using the people. Use the same people. Like I've only got that couple and that guy, and they're kind of standing as though they're walking around viewing the house. So don't have like business people holding briefcases on a phone call. It seems like they should be not in a chill house. They should be probably in the middle of Queen Street. Use points of reference like you can see that there's doors. It's 2-story. So these people are in fact going to be quite small compared to, quite small. Like that small. And that sort of means then that you can see that step up compared to them might be like a huge step up. I might need to lower that or have an extra step. But anyway, that's the point. That's absolutely the point of development. So that is all for just how I get those images in place with that layered effect, and how I'm kind of using the sea and the people and the things I'm thinking about when I'm laying up the page. Images that are similar, you want to put in a row. So I've kind of got plan views in a row, and then 2D elevations beneath it. And again, just thinking about taking up space. These ones here might be a bit smaller. In fact, one is a copy, so I'll just choose the best one and delete the other one probably. And then I'll go in here, and for each layer, I will, like this one here, it's got some rubbishy stuff on it. I'll get the eraser and just kind of rub out the stuff. To pump up the size of the eraser, all the options for all of these are up here. That's the size of the brush. I could use the marquee tool, but it's actually pretty clear of anything else that I'm going to touch. So in that instance, that should be it. Yep, that one's nice and clean and clear. And so you just do the same for all the other ones and size them up and place them around. So I do this. This is the only task so far that we've done in Photoshop, but really well worth the practice. Because it just aligns everything so neatly, and working with layers allows you to kind of move things around and just have that creative flexibility. And then I would export it here as export as. I'd actually just export it as a good quality JPEG and then drag it into my Google Doc. Yep, cool. So that's that.